Hey everybody, thanks for watching. I have Andreas out here from Denmark, one of the top coaches in Europe, and teaches how many players on the DP World Tour?
Currently 3 guys.
3 guys on the DP World Tour. It's really cool. So let's do this driver thing. What we're gonna do here, Andreas, I'll give you this.
Yep.
So in our last driver video, we found out that one of the main things that Andreas likes for his players to do is they do a lot of driver just off the deck. So, but he's on mats there. So I'm gonna put this tee it as low as I would tee my 3 wood, or maybe even like as low as I would tee up like a 7-iron on a par 3. And just try to hit a good solid shot from here.
Yep.
The thing that we're gonna look at here though, is when I can hit a good shot, I wanna see what happens in the left wrist as far as like backswing in this transition area, because I think we hit probably 25 balls here, and I got probably 1 that didn't have the face close to the path.
Yeah. Basically see everything you're doing in your swing reacting to this face being too shut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you're trying to go like that way and do this and do all these different things. So I think even getting this thing to tumble over on the downswing like that, it only makes sense if that face angle is open enough, because it's going to be your squaring motion. If that's closed, you're not really going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. So we're going to just check out that golden line on the graph there.
Yep.
So my goal here is to get this straight or cutting.
Yep.
Okay, I did it. That
Pretty
was
nice
straight.
try.
Yeah.
Morning.
Hey, how's it going?
All right. This is irons only. Grass.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so what we saw here was normally this would dip right away.
Yeah.
It's dipping, but instead of going, remember we went from 17 to -7, it's going from 15 to +1.
Yeah.
So that is a lot better.
Dipping less.
Yeah.
That was a really nice shot, by the way.
That's good. Okay, I can't hit a driver here anymore, but I'm going, you're saying it's basically the same with all clubs. So I'm gonna hit this 4-iron now.
Yep.
Same way. And one of the keys, I think, is just then and how I'm gripping it, right?
Yep.
So this is an iron, so maybe not as much as the driver, but is that about good there?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna look at my palm and have this some degree of open to the path.
Yep.
Okay.
But again, use the loft of the club to keep the ball in the air instead of using your tilts to get the ball in the air, which ends up moving.
Is that what you saw there? Me
Yeah.
tilt backwards? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so watch it, right?
Okay, let's see, any difference in the graph there?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So from the other one was 16 to +1.
Yeah.
And this was 12 to -8.
Yep.
So it's a big difference. Putting those things together, Andreas, do you think it's like, if this gets closed, I can feel that that's closed, so I do something?
For sure.
Oh, okay, okay.
For sure.
All right, so let me just see how my body will react to this being like we were doing with the bunker, looking at the palm that way, like this.
Yep.
That was better.
Better.
Just got it in
Still
the
curving
heel.
too far left, right?
Yeah.
Got it in the heel, which means that you were swinging too far right with a face that was pointing too far left.
Hitting it in the heel means path too far to the right?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. It was better in the wrists.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it one more time.
How's that?
Yep, better. Yep. You can do it as much as you want.
Okay.
There you go.
That's better.
Yep.
And that's just like, I could, like, if that's the shot, then I can temper that. Yeah. If it's doing this, that's where the architect puts all the worst stuff, long left, you know?
Those are our biases, because as long as I was curving it left, there's different people.
So that went 20 to +6, so that's
Yeah.
only a range of 14.
But there's, you've got it in good players and poor players and all these different things.
Got what?
There's some people that just who are really good at adding left curve. So as long as they're just fading the ball, they can play.
Okay.
I've got guys like that.
Yeah.
And then I've got guys that as soon as they start like me, who also start the ball right in cuts, that means the day's over, because they can't add left curve, right?
Oh, okay.
So I would say for you, as you're practicing, I would practice at least hitting it as straight as possible, and if anything, have it fall off to the right, just a tiny push fade when you practice.
All right, 4-iron with a tiny push fade. Like I'm hitting it 195. How's that?
Yep, beautiful. A little high on the face.
It fell backwards.
Yep.
But I can tell I'm falling backwards because of something I'm doing with the wrist.
Yep.
I don't like the way that feels if I'm like this and I'm doing that. So if I'm like that, I can.
Yep.
How's that?
Yep. Make sure it's open enough going back.
Yeah, that's better.
Yep.
That's the shot I want to have.
That would be the shot I'd be trying to hit every time I practice.
Okay. Straight.
Straight.
Little falling to the right.
Exactly. So when you go play, I think you're going to add all the right to left components, but they're not going to be as extreme.
Yeah. If you want to get the hack motion for a really great discount, they set up a special landing page for Be Better Golfers. If you go to hackmotion.com/BeBetterGolf, and if you want to see really in depth about what Andreas has going on, go to Andreas Colleague Golf. I'll put a link in the description to this video. Hours and hours and hours of content, and also segmented into like specific issues. You want to learn like, okay, how do I hit driver better? How do I get my low point more forward? All these different topics. One of my favorite ones that he put out that I really like is how to have tour impact. So I think that was a really cool
The
subject.
one that would be good for you would be the harnessing the draw.
Harnessing the draw.
So it doesn't
Scared
turn
of the
into
draw.
it doesn't actually turn into the
Harnessing,
overdraw,
right.
pull draw thing.
Right now I have a snake in the backpack.
Yeah, it's a little.
Bite me. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.
Hello everybody, this is Martin Chuck for the TrackMan Educational Series, and this tip is about face and path and how that curves the golf ball. So let's get started. I'm going to hit a little shot for you. I'm going to attempt to hit a straight push, meaning a ball that goes to the right and stays to the right. And let's see if we can pull that off for you. Okay, so taking a look at the numbers here, you can see the face angle started the golf ball 10 degrees to the right, and the club path in essence matched that face angle 9.6 degrees to the right. So the face to path correlation there was just 0.3. So pretty much face and path matched up. So we had a 10-degree club path to the right. I'm going to use this blue string right here to represent 10 degrees to the right. And then the perfect push, that face was basically in essence matched up with the blue path and red face. So path was 10 degrees, face was 9.6 degrees. The face and the path are pretty matched up, and there's that push shot. Now to hit the perfect draw, we need to do something a little different. We need to get this face more between that path and this target line. Let's hit another shot and see if we can do that. So that shot's a little bit more representative of a solid draw. So the numbers. The face angle started the ball to the right, not as much to the right this time, 2.6 degrees. The club path wasn't as excessive as that previous push out to the right, 10 degrees. This was out to the right, 6.1 degrees. The face to path was closed. That deviation, the difference there, 3.5 degrees negative, creates a spin axis. That makes the ball, the spin axis is basically the golf ball spinning backwards, backspin, and that's tilted in such a way that it creates a draw. Let me illustrate that on the ground for you. So this blue line now represents a path to the right, 6.1 degrees. A little bit closer to the target line. The red string represents the club face, somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 degrees. This difference in here, that represents a difference of face to path. And that's how the golf ball gets tilted to draw back to the target line. So in order to curve the golf ball, you have to have a difference between face and path.
All right, so something I wanted to talk about after seeing that video with Martin, which I think was perfect, and every golfer, me more than anybody, needs to watch that and really understand it. But I wanted to talk about hitting effective shapes that don't overcurve the target. So if you saw in the video there, when Martin was hitting the push draw, he had the path going 6 degrees to the right, and his face was 3.5 degrees close to that path. So a number that I've heard a lot of pros say is that you want the face to be half of what the path is, so that you can hit an effective curve that doesn't overcurve the target. If you saw, so half of 6 would be 3, but Martin's face to path was 3.5, so it overcurved the target just a little bit. It's something I think is important, because I think the first thing to do is learn how to hit on command slices and hooks. And then as you start to get better at it, you can like temper it. And I think this is one of the really good things you can do with TrackMan or Foresight or whatever, to really start to get to know how to do these things. That path is pretty big. So really, when you're starting to get like super good at this, you want it to be like 4 degrees in out, or 4 degrees out in, and then have the face be half of that. That way you're not over curving the target. The final phrase that I want to tell you that all these pros are saying, that I think really explains it more than anything, is the face sends it and the path bends it. So the face, where that is at impact, that's really most of where your ball is starting. But then the path is the thing that will then have it curving one way or the other because of that. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. Bye.